Welcome back to another podcast, Yarns with Trexx podcast. Today on the show, I've got none other than my brother here, Reece Campbell. Tamoko by Reece is known on Instagram, and also the lead singer of Bradamon Band. Thank you for coming on, my cuz.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Yeah, let's go. So, as you can probably see, we've got a different setup. We've rolled out the red carpet for the brother, and he's been nice enough to let us come into his moko studio or tattoo studio. So, yeah, thank you for that, brother. I really appreciate that. So,
Welcome, my bro.
how's everything been with you, brother? Talk to me.
Good.
Yeah.
Mahi, my bro.
Mahi, yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to first and foremost say congratulations on nah. I said no. So there's going to be some exciting news coming soon.
Do it.
I'll say it. Congratulations on making it to the lineup of OneLove, brother.
Thank
It's
you,
so
my
fucking
brother.
gangster, G. Bro, how excited were you? Because I feel like, because, obviously you're a reggae band. That's like the premier festival for reggae, especially roots reggae, NZ reggae, sort of, the sort of vibe that you're doing.
Well, that's always been my goal, bro. Like with this music stuff, you have to set yourself goals, and that's been my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So like for us to achieve it in 2 years, get the call up saying we're on, like, where else is like, but I was with a client, so I couldn't really jump up like I would normally, like scream the house down. So, but nah, blessing, bro. Like,
that's crazy, bro. And like, how long have you guys had the band for?
I think we recreated it. So probably about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, bro.
Yeah,
I remember I was speaking to you last time we caught up, and you're talking about how a lot of your listeners are actually from like Hawaii and stuff.
Yeah. So we get to check all our insights through Spotify and that. And most of it's America, Auckland, and Brisbane.
True.
Yeah.
Is America like Hawaii's?
Hawaii, yeah.
Okay, that's me now. How does that feel though?
Nah, it's cool, bro. It's just I don't know. Maybe it's the name that the reason is the reason why they kind of
gravitate towards it.
Bradamon,
Bradamon,
it's like a Hawaiian. It sounds like a Hawaii thing, like what up, brother?
Yeah,
So like, I think that's why they gravitate towards us a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying slowly to get our sound kind of like Hawaii, so that they can really enjoy our music.
Well, I feel like just reggae on this side of the world, like the Polynesian reggae is a lot different to obviously the roots reggae from Jamaica and Africa and stuff like that.
That's my
We
favorite.
have our own sound over here, eh? And even though it's obviously different to the Hawaiians, ones like Kolohikai and stuff like that, you can hear the similarities.
Yeah.
I think even just in the way we speak and the way we talk about things, eh? Yeah.
Like I think most of the messages are all the same. Like, from our reggae to their reggae. It's always either about, a wahine, summer vibe, or like, something to do with something happy.
Yeah.
Whereas Jamaica,
they're talking about oppressions and
yes. Which is what I love, but I think I get scared
to try and talk about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I'll write songs. I've got full tracks about like politicians and all that, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just scared, like we're in a different world now where it's just like, it's not really like, I don't know, it might not, I don't know, how do you say it? No one might understand.
Yeah. And I feel like everyone's got an opinion these days.
Yeah.
So you might put out something like, oh, I kind of believe in this. And they're like, well, you're wrong. First of all, that's fucking facet. That's misogynistic. That's like, there's all these, everyone's just got something to say. And they're going to be butthurt. And like, even though that might have not even been your intention, that's just what you had thought at that moment in time, and people are going to hold you on that so like deeply, it's like, brother, come on, I'm just trying to make it quieter here. So what's your sort of music making process? Do you have you always been into music? Since you were a young fella, when did you realize that you could like sing or kapaka? Surely.
Honestly, if I'm being honest, I still think I can't sing. Like not coming from a humble kind of way. Like,
come on now.
Honestly,
come on now.
I don't know. I
Come
think
on
I don't know. I want more for myself. So by telling me I can't, I'm always trying to work on it.
Trying to work to be better. I guess it's sort of a mindset thing as opposed to like, oh, I suck. Because obviously, if you really thought you sucked, you wouldn't be putting out music, right? Fuck yeah.
But no.
But you're going to prove that you can sing. I've just got a guitar here. No. He said the bro's just going to do us a bit of a live session.
But no, it's from when I was baby, bro. Fucking
yeah.
old lady.
So when you were crying, I was like, what?
Yeah, pretty much.
What?
Nah, I was more of a rapper, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was a
Fuck off, man.
Straight up, papa.
Go drop us a couple of bars here.
Oh, shit. Damn, shawty. Look at that motherfucking. Nah, shut up.
What in the busy bone now? Did you hear us? His voice go up a couple of octaves? There's a couple of octaves higher.
Stamina coming with them. Nah.
Bro thinks he's Little Wayne.
Don't ever do that again. Nah.
That was order. But stick to the reggae. Anyway, nah. But yeah, so what? Since you were like a baby, you were just...
Well, I was around music since I was a baby because my parents had a whānau band where they used to travel all the time. And as a baby, I was always on the side of the stage watching them at festivals and that. And then, yeah, my old man taught me how to play drums, guitar, pretty much the works, bro. I know how to play everything but a sax.
Yep.
Any blowing
Well,
instruments.
you've got a saxophone player in your band now.
Yeah.
So have you asked her to give you a few tips and stuff like that?
Harder.
Yeah, it would be.
It's
like breath control and...
Or even to get a sound.
Right.
Just to get a ugly sound, like a...
Yeah.
It's hard.
I guess it's the same with like a ko'owo and stuff.
Yeah,
you have to like hold your lips at a certain, you have to be hitting that right.
Yeah. Imagine that
spot.
with like a whole solo, you know? That's not worth for me. For me, it's not worth the stress.
Just let the sis go. Just let the sis do it.
Just let the pros do it.
That's mean though. So they had a band.
Yep.
And so you've just been around music your entire life.
So my whole goal for my music is to make them proud because of how they've done it for their whole lives and my whole life. My whole goal was to reach that big stage so that one day my dad could be up there with me skanking on the guitar with my performance. So like for me, I'm trying to make it for them.
Yeah. That's beautiful, bro. That's really beautiful. So when you perform at OneLove, you're gonna get your old man out?
Not this time because this time we're on the baby stage.
Oh yeah.
But on
the baby stage.
I shouldn't say that.
We're on the koanga stage. Nah, we're not the koanga stage. Fuck it. Sounding a little bit ungrateful.
Started from the bottom.
Nah. Well, you know what? The first ever OneLove I went to, LAB, was the first. They were number one slot. They played to 20 people.
Yeah.
And it was all the aunties that would go down with their picnics and that, they go down there and post up.
Yeah.
They post up and they got their little their mink blankets and shit that they sit on and that.
They don't want to miss.
They don't leave that spot out.
Hard.
Yeah, but that's still awesome though. Like even the fact that you are able to reach a level that you even in those conversations are being performed at OneLove. And you can only get better, you know?
Yeah. I think that's why we're lucky. Like, we've got some contacts between me and our manager, Dion Taumata. Because
that fella's everywhere, eh?
He's the man.
He's a good networker, eh? Yeah. I see him in some circles that I'm like, how the fuck do you know these people? Like,
if I didn't have him, like, honestly, like, I don't think I would have, like, because we push each other. He sees me in the studio 24/7, working, and then just like put something in his head, and then he's out there working, and then we just balance each other. But
so you think he's like really helped your career?
Definitely, bro. Yeah.
He's gonna replay this part of the podcast.
Oh, he will, bro.
He's gonna cut it out. It's gonna be his alarm. It's gonna be an alarm. I don't know where I'd be without Dion Taumata. Yeah, cut it out. The bro's gonna cut it out. Nah. Love the bro D. He's a good fella, bro. He is a good fella.
Bro. He I don't know. He's just when it comes to getting shit done, he's that type of person, bro.
I think you need someone like that around you too, eh?
Especially with the music industry.
I think it's and just as a creative in general, like you need, because creatives, I feel like our minds are, because I would consider myself somewhat a creative, you know what I mean? Like our minds are so all about like new concepts and new ideas and this and that we go away with the structure of the management side sometimes. Yeah, so I think that's really important, eh? To have
it is like just a manager in general, bro. Like, you have something you love doing, But then there's things in that thing you love doing that you don't want to
Don't want to
because
do.
it'll take you off path of what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why the bro comes in mean, bro. Like he makes it to the point where when we got gigs coming up or anything to do with having to talk to people, I'm not doing it because I'm just focusing on the music. He's organizing everything in the background. Like I tried that with the last band, and bro, I didn't make any music. I didn't do this. I was worrying about getting this done for that show, that done. Like now, I just do music, focus on the actual band, and that's my role.
Yeah, and I think it just alleviates a lot of stress.
Yeah,
Because I feel like even if you're having to do those things that you don't like as an artist, as a creative, then your work isn't as good in
yeah,
that
yeah,
creative space because when your mind, when your wairua is blocked, you
yeah,
know, that's where how we, you know, do create new
yeah,
stuff and have those new ideas and
yeah,
stuff like that is because our mind's in the right place.
yeah,
But by doing the shit that we don't want to do, it puts us off, it
yeah,
offsets
yeah,
us
yeah.
in our mind, eh?
And
Yeah,
you need
yeah.
to give 100% to it. You know, like
Yeah, 100, yeah.
there's don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people out there that do it all on their own,
Oh,
and
for
and I
sure.
big ups to them. You know, but I think with me because I do moko as well,
Mm.
it just gets quite overloaded and there's just too much going on. So moko alone, like my head's like
Yeah.
running around because
Mm.
the kaupapa I got to do with the moko,
Mm.
what it represents. Then I go home with their energy, and then I got to get into music. And then
Mm.
if I had to deal with everything else,
Yeah, and then
yeah,
obviously, you know, you're a father, you've got children as well.
got
So that's
kids,
another
yeah,
aspect. You got
partner, yeah,
mumsy, you got your wife, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's so much different facets to it
yeah,
that, you know, people don't see behind closed doors. That it's
yeah,
just like, if I was given the opportunity, I'd do it all myself. But it's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
easier said than done, eh? You know?
yeah, hard. And that's the thing I struggle with balance,
Mm.
balancing it all. Like I'll do okay, but majority of the time I'll invest my time into something. Which lately it's been music. If I'm being honest,
Mm.
like I've been investing so much time that I'm kind of forgetting about my whānau, all that type of stuff. So what I'm doing at the moment is I need to work on balancing everything out so that it's a better outcome for everyone and not just myself.
I think I think balance is important in general, and I think us as human beings, we're consistently trying to look for balance.
Yeah,
And I don't ever think that anyone finds the perfect sweet spot of that balance. But I think as long as you're self-aware of it and you're consciously trying
yeah,
to work towards finding a balance,
yeah,
then that's always a positive thing, you know?
yeah. Hard. Well, that's the thing with music. Music for me, it kind of like numbs everything else that's happening around me. Like I could be in the studio with my headphones on.
It's like your rongo, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
it's your
just like, I
medicine.
don't know what's happening in the world in that moment. So that's what I gotta learn is how to balance that. Know when to walk away. It's like, you say you're addicted to spacies or whatever, and you're in there for ages and you just can't pull out.
Mm.
That's what it's like for me in the studio. I can't pull out.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's something I need to really learn is to like know when enough is enough for the night. Like, right, you can do better with a full cup.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Don't
Because
stay
I
on
feel like when
low.
you burn yourself out too, obviously you won't be able to create
Yeah.
as good
Yeah.
like stuff as
Hard.
if you were properly rested
Yeah.
and you know.
Because I'm the type, bro, I'm like I'll write something up, like compose something in about 4 hours. If I'm happy with it, upload it.
Yeah.
For content, I'm like, boom, boom. Then I might jump on there the next day and be like, oh, what the heck was that? Oh, that was a bit funky. But it's too late to take it off. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, well. But I think that's what everyone loves about me is I'm not secretive in anything, bro. Like anything. And I said right from the start when we created Bradamon, if we got a following, I want them to come on the ride with us. So I don't hide no like releases. I don't like if we've got a thing with, well, I might as well say it. We've got a song with Lion Reece. And I let the people know. I'm like, we're working with Lion Reece. Blah, blah, blah. It's a blessing. Cool. And then they feel like they're a part of us as well on our journey.
We're getting all the exclusives here on the Cousin Trexx podcast. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. What else? What else is there? What else is there?
Well, it's just like, the way I see it with all my friends, when one wins, we all win. So like if you got a following, they're following you for a reason. And for them following me, I feel like, I appreciate that so much that when I win, we all win. So
Yeah.
if
They feel like they're part of the journey with you, eh?
So if they can see all the insights of what's happening. Hey, they might be musos too. They might be able to learn from whatever I'm doing. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of keep everything open.
Yeah.
Music and more.
I think that's how you sort of that's how you get people that follow you. People that like I'm not talking about social media. I'm just talking about even fans
Yeah.
of the music and stuff like that. People that can relate to you and they feel like they're part of something. I think there's an important thing of like community when it comes to fan bases and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Feeling like they're a part of something with you, a part of a journey or part of the ins and outs, even just not even your ups, but your lows as well when you're not feeling it and they feel like, part of the whānau, I think that's really important.
Yeah. Nah, definitely. And that they're aware of everything too, bro, because, I focus a lot of time on the Bradamon socials, whereas I kind of neglected the Tamoko by Reece page. I jumped on there. This was probably about a month and a half ago. I'd lost heaps of weight. And I jumped on there for the first time, maybe in, I don't know, 3 or 4 months. Like, kia ora whānau. Got heaps of messages saying, oh, wow, you're skinny. So for them to be aware of what I looked like, 4 months ago, like, goes to show they're like really invested in,
they are invested.
in you, which is why I like to try give back a lot.
Yeah.
Well, especially with, not competitions and all that, bro,
Try and give back whatever you can.
whatever I can, yeah.
Nah, that's cool though, because they obviously support you for a reason, But even just like going into the Tamoko stuff, like obviously you've been a Tamoko artist for how long now?
16 years.
16 years. Fuck, how old are you?
32.
Oh, 32.
I started when I was 17.
17. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I did my first couple of
Had a bit of a jam, yeah.
Do you want to see? That's only on my old man. So.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
So yeah, how did that all begin for you? At what age were you like, oh, I'm really interested in, was it started with art or was it moko all the way? Was it,
I honestly hated art growing up. I think it was because I was surrounded by, I'm not trying to blast or anything, but on the East Coast, we've got a lot of artists there that are amazing artists in.
Well, you got like Derek Lardali. He's like the goat,
Derek,
he's like one of the goats.
Mark Hinare, all of them, bro.
Yeah.
But not even just them, bro. Like just art in general, not moko. So I was in my school at high school. All of the bros are mean at art, bro. So when someone's mean at something, I'd rather them be mean at it. And I was just like, ah. So being surrounded by it, I wasn't really into art.
Or was it like almost like discouraging because it was like, I couldn't do what you fellas do.
You'd give it a go and then you're like,
this is deep.
But then you're like, being young, you don't have the mindset where you're like, I put lots of time into that. I could be like that, bro.
Yeah.
But it's just, when you're young, it's not like that.
Yeah.
So I moved to Wellies when I was 16, 17. And then I landed a job at the Kohanga teaching. And then on my lunch break, because it was on a marae, we used to have a lot of moko artists come through and do mahi there. But they had one artist that was there all the time. His name was John Joseph. So I used to just go over my lunch breaks all the time, bro, and just watch him do painting or like do mahi moko in there. And then, I reached out to him. Can I have a jam and all that? So the bro guided me for a little bit through all of that. And then I think, that's pretty much where it started. But the reason why I wanted to get into moko, just tattooing in general, was, we were doing a bit of a bet Christmas, me and the bros. And then I was just drawing up these mokos on the bros. And then they did some on me. And if I did it mean, I was allowed to tattoo that on them.
Oh, yeah.
So I drew it up mean. And then, that was my first one. But I enjoyed it. I wasn't.
Was it mean though?
Yeah.
Nah, sorry.
No, definitely not.
Nah.
You know how moko has flow?
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't.
Well, I guess you got to start somewhere, eh?
Yeah.
And it would have been mean for the time, I guess.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it was fun at the time. It wasn't mean. But then I can't say that because the bros still love their mahi.
Yeah, for sure.
I've done from when I was learning.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much where.
So who taught you? Was it was it John Joseph?
Yeah, John Joseph.
John Joseph,
taught me how to tattoo.
Did he teach you like the whakapapa behind it and stuff like that?
I learned that throughout the years, bro. As you kind of, you gravitate.
Well, obviously coming from the coast and stuff like that, that's sort of common knowledge, I'd imagine, or nah?
Nah.
But just because there's so many of them around, you can like sort of...
Yeah, you can kind of get knowledge off them.
Yeah.
Dude. So that's kind of how it's been for me. Most of my mahi is really done spiritually. Spiritual mahi, bro.
Yeah, no, because obviously moko comes from raroinga, right?
Yeah,
it's from the people, the spiritual people.
As
the spiritual plane.
As like an individual, you got your kaitiaki, your guardians that are always like watching over you or like sending you messages or whatever. My kaitiaki, you wouldn't believe it, but he's a Pākehā man.
True.
Yeah, and it's like fuzzy, like I don't like even to this day I don't know why, but he is my moko guardian, bro. What he says, I do.
Yeah.
These moments. And the only reason why I know what he's saying is because my whānau are quite spiritual. So they're always ringing me up, growling me, Reece, you drink too much. And I feel it in my mahi, bro. Like I could be doing some meke mahi and then I could be doing some kaka mahi. Not on purpose. No, I'm not trying. And I wouldn't tell them there's kaka. So I'm not going to say exactly what mahi is.
Now, every single one of your clients that are watching this are like, did I get a kaka one?
Yeah. But nah.
Are they talking about me? Is he talking about me? Did I get the cucks one or what? Fuck you. Would you cut that? Nah,
I shouldn't.
We're not cutting that. We're not cutting that.
I shouldn't
We're
say
not cutting that.
I mean,
not kaka. But like your wairua wasn't in
the
right.
It makes the job harder. So if I know that I have to actually work like properly, like, oh, that's not working. What do I do? I have to change my techniques in order for it to work. That's how I know I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and I guess obviously, like you said, because it's a spiritual thing, you sort of got to find your toe.
Yeah,
you got to find your place where you're nice and noir and your mindset's in a sweet plane.
That's
and
where,
like we were talking about earlier, sorry to cut you off, but about the balance thing, I guess, is because maybe you've got a bit of hara because you're stressing about home stuff or you're stressing about your music stuff because, you got a lot going on. And like you said, it's inevitably going to be hindering the other facets of your life,
Yeah, hard. And I think it's got a lot to do with, like, you see all the boys, you want to live your life too, Everybody thinks, if you're a artist, you're quite like, got to do things a certain way.
Yeah. We're not monks. Hey, like you're not a monk. Like you don't have to like practice abstinence and shit.
You have to live your life, as well. You can't be just in a little shell.
Yeah.
Mahi. You got to have fun too. So I think.
And like, you got to fill your cup up again.
Yeah.
Like you said.
I think I filled mine up too much.
Overflowed.
I think it come from the vortex, if I'm being honest.
Who the fuck done that? Take me there. Take me to the account that started that.
When that first come out, I'm not lying. I used to sit there with a box and black out.
Really?
Trying a vortex. It took me a whole box to do one, and it wasn't even mean, bro. So, and that time of my life, that happened for a good year. My wife did she went through like all my videos on my archives, or like things that she had. Bro, there was so much vortices and like different sceneries, and like watching it made me feel like disgusting, bro.
Yeah, well, I remember because obviously I was into the vortices, I was one of the founders of the way it's done, I guess. And like even me, bro, like I got really fat because I'd vortic 18 pack of Coronas before I'd go to town. Before I'd go to town, and then I'd go to town, and then I'd be on it even more. And because I was trying to protect, and I guess it wasn't a positive thing. I don't regret the way I went with it, but I think it was like, it just wasn't. Like looking back, I guess we all grow as human beings, and like I've grown as a man, and I'm in a different place now where I can see it from a different perspective and different angle, and I guess it was cool and all that. But I guess the way, especially for me, because I was known for it, it was just something that I would do constantly, and it was alcoholism at the end of the day. Like there's no affair.
I think it did inspire people though, like. I shouldn't say this, but you know how schools were banning kids from vortexing water?
Yeah. Well, I actually
Like,
got
you know, I'm like,
no.
they're
Well,
fucking
I
drinking
actually
it.
got a message from a principal of a Kurakaupapa on the coast,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Hey, you're getting these kids." It was a positive thing in some aspects because they were like, "We've never seen these kids drink so much water," you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But I guess because it was synonymous with drinking alcohol,
Yeah.
it was the whakaaro behind it was that it was a negative thing. But
Yeah.
I get, you know, like, man, I got them to drink more water, I guess.
That's
but
how I saw it.
yeah, like it's I guess you kind of look at it as a glass half full
Yeah.
sort of.
You can't see
aspect.
me drinking water, and if I was vortex of water in that time of my life,
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah. Exactly.
I would have vortex.
So like there were
10 of
some
them.
positives, but I guess there was some negatives too because like, you know, trying to perpetuate that sort of mindset or alcoholism in general is not really a positive thing. And I mean, like I don't really live with any regrets, but I look back and I feel like that's a learning curve that I try not to portray too much of my drinking online as much.
Sometimes you forget that you are like a social media star to a lot of these young kids, you know? So sometimes you forget that. Yeah. And then whatever you're doing is impacting them as well.
Yeah. And I think not only that is that when I started, bro, I was only young.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I wasn't even the man that I am today.
Yeah.
I wasn't a full grown man. I was still a kid in some aspects, especially in my mindset and stuff. And then getting all this notoriety because I'm doing a certain thing. It's like, of course I was going to lean into it, you know, because I didn't know any better.
Yeah.
And like, that's what was giving me all the success, I guess. But I didn't think this would come up in a podcast, but like, I guess that's where my mind's at too, is that I guess now when I look back at it, it was a learning curve. And I think I would have done things differently. And I try to portray not so much of the heavily drinking side of stuff nowadays because it is a negative thing and it does impact, you know, like us as a people, our culture and the drinking culture back home is rivet, you know, and I guess even some of that you could say like influenced me too because I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to get on the piss all the time. All my whānau drink. Like I don't have one of my whānau that don't drink.
Yeah,
they all like all my uncles. Every time we get together, you are all on it, on the piss, fucking having a kai or whatever, and it ends up with the on the piss. Finish a tangi on the piss. It's the way that it is, and like, you know, I don't have all the answers. I'm not going to start trying to preach of like what we should be doing and stuff like that. But I guess that sort of played into it as well because it's embedded in our culture. And I don't know. I think that we need the change needs to start with us, you know?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with drinking, but, you know, moderation, anything. And how you drink. Yeah. Sorry, I just went on a 20-minute monologue there about that. But beautiful. Thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome to
making me feel bad. Nah, but that's mean. Anyway, where were we? The vortex. So when we first met, I remember the first thing you done was like, now it makes sense because the first thing you done was like, let's have a vortex competition.
And
straight away, that was the first. Me, I won it. Yes.
Zane, can you bring that video up right now? Bam!
I know me and Trexx are going to have a young vortex comp. No doubt I'm going to win, but here's this one.
Kia ora whanau, I've never done a vortex in my life before, but the bro's just giving me some tips, so hopefully I'll do it all good.
Oh, that's pretty sharp, Mochi. Pretty sharp.
A Cheeto with us?
Sorry, my bro.
Here we go. Oh, that's a pretty good one too. That's a pretty good one too. I told you that, didn't I?
Right, everybody, everybody that's
he
watching, you vote. Who won this vortex battle?
Bro, my vortex looked way more cleaner than your one.
I think mine was on, G.
Your one was on, don't get me wrong, but like, yeah, it wasn't as...
Mine was so like, you know how you watch a vortex and you just get really satisfied? Like yours was always satisfying, but I think the fact that I did it that one time in front of you, for me, that was like, it was like my best now. So I'm like, yeah, I smoked you.
Nah, I'll give you that one, brother. You won that one. You won that one, brother.
Also, before I did that.
After this, bro, straight after talking about like alcoholism and shit like that and how like negative it is. And then the bro's like, but I beat you at that vortex comp though. Hey.
That's the reason why I started vortexing from the start was to
eventually
beat Trexx.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh,
that was all now. But yeah, we got on the piss and then we ended up in the car drinking, fucking talking shit.
Just talking shit.
Because there was no pubs or anything open. Hey, we started at the Petone, what was it? The Petone, the Horse and Hound?
Yeah.
At the Horse and Hound. And
I wasn't aware that fucking pubs in New Zealand close at what was it, like 11:30?
Nah, I think it was earlier than that, G. I think because I think they stay open depending on how many people, and we were the only ones there. We were like the only, it was me, you, and your cousin.
Yeah, the bro Jaden.
Jaden, that's right. Oh fuck, bro! I've seen him at the gym a couple of times after that too. He's all a good fella.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we ended up going back to Wainui, sitting in the car outside this fella's old lady's house, just drinking and talking. Yeah, that's why I thought I'd get you on the podcast. Because I feel like we do have real good conversations when we do see. Like we don't see each other often.
Yeah.
But when we do see each other, it's always quite quality conversations. It's never like just like, oh, cheer the bro, like just trying to small talk. You know,
that's the type of like friendships I like, bro. You know, it's like it's not something you need to work on, you know. But when we do get together, it's good. It's like the bro Zane, you know. Whenever. Well, there was one point when we were always together, you know. The bro was smashing me and shit. Nah, in the gym.
I thought the bro was giving you lightings out. Was that on the vortexes as well?
It felt like that. But like we were together for a long period of time, and then like we just kind of shifted off. But you know,
yeah, well, because the bro actually, because obviously he's like the producer of my podcast. Shout outs to the brother Zane. When I said, "Oh, I'll try and get Reece," I've got Reece for Monday. And then he was like, I'm gonna call him out now. He was like, what time? Can we do it at a shop? And I was like, oh, I can ask. And he was like, nah, just tell him. Zane said we're doing it at your shop.
You should have voice recorded his voice going, we're doing it at your shop. That's how he used to stand behind me in a deadlift. And he's like, get it. But that grunt, bro, like it used to get me out. It made me lift numbers. Or
yeah, that worked.
Yeah, so
because like, he's such a gentle fella too. That when he switches that on, I guess that would be pretty scary. I haven't seen it myself. I don't want to, but like, I guess when he switches it on, like
remember how you were saying you like wanted to upgrade in the gym and like do like new stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, just fucking I don't like mixing work with pleasure. So, like, I'm actually like, I'd say that we're like co-workers at the moment.
I reckon after one session, you'll probably fire the bro.
He'll probably fire me. He'll be like, you're weak. You're fucking pathetic. Get the fuck out of here.
Fucking training with Trexx ever again. But nah, like, you know, I don't see the bro as much, you know. So, but when we do come together, our corridors are always like deep. You know, so that's friendships that you don't need to work on is my type of friendship.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm the same too. And I think as I'm getting older as well, I'm really gravitating towards those sort of conversations. Like I don't really like having conversations where you're just trying to fill space.
Yeah.
You know, you get around those people and you don't really like, you don't know them like that and you don't really want to know them like that. And so you're just filling space. Oh, how's everything been? Yeah, good, bro. How's the money? You know, like all of that stuff is like shit talk to me. Like I'd rather just not be there, like in that moment. You know, I'm like,
you want to be able to be comfortable, just chill, and then you know, like this. We were supposed to be talking about where I first started singing. You know what I mean? But we've like talked about a lot because it just flowed.
But that's the beauty of this conversation, and that's. I think it's a selfish thing that for this podcast is this is for me. Like, you know, and if people fuck with it, they fuck with it. If they can get something out of it and they can relate to it in a way that's just extra. But for me, I just like sitting down and having these sort of conversations with people. I really like connecting with people like that.
Oh, it's good, bro. Like podcasts are type of things where, you know, a lot of our people like are like visionaries in their head. Like they can learn a lot of things from podcasts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I think these. How the convos just flow somewhere, because you might like someone might be watching and be like,
or wanted to know that. I was always interested in the bro, and I feel like for especially someone like me, I get to show my personality even more. Like there's like people on my social medias, they just see me as a funny silly cunt. Whereas like I feel like there's a lot more depth to me than just being a funny idiot all the time. Like, you know, that's just a part of who I am. I'm a funny, like jokesy sort of fellow. We'll be laughing and stuff.
If I'm being honest, when I first met you, I just thought you were a jokester. But then when I first met you and then we had our yarns and then I didn't know you were to do as you are. So Maori and that, you know, I was just like, wow, the person's like Maori.
Well, I feel like for me, I just feel like I've never had to prove myself, you know? I don't have to prove myself to anyone. I don't have to jump on my stories every day and
Yeah,
You know,
whānau,
kia ora te whānau, you know,
cook
like,
checks talk
yeah,
like-
stuck it up there and steal my pepeha every time I fucking kōrero, you know, like,
Hard.
I'm not on the fucking Popeye, you know, like, I don't feel like I have to prove myself to anyone, like,
Well,
because
that's why
my
these-
Māoridom is to me,
Yeah,
and my whakaaro.
Yeah.
Even people second guessed when I got my puoro done.
Yeah.
You know, there was comments that were like, oh yeah, just a bit of influencer, plastic Māori getting his puoro done, and I was like, oh, that made me crack up. I was like, fuck, I feel sorry for you. If only you knew, like, you
Yeah,
had no
yeah,
idea
yeah.
what you're talking about.
That's
you
why
know?
they could watch back on this and be like, where's Tuturu?
But like, what is tuturu? You know what I mean? Like, I guess it's all perspective at the end of the day. It's the way that you're gonna interpret something. So your version of tuturu might be different to the bros, you know, to me, to anyone else. And I don't feel like you should try and push that on anyone. Because it's your journey and it's your ideology and it's the way that you are as a person.
Yeah.
You know,
hard.
like us, because we're very cultural people. I'm so proud to be a Maori. You know what I mean? But I don't have to prove to you that I'm so proud to be a Maori or prove to you that my way of Maoridom or te ao Maori, my whakaaro o te ao Maori is the right way, or the wrong way. It's just the way that I'm going through life and the way that I'm interpreting it as I see fit. Yeah. But anyway, back to you started. But this is the beautiful thing about podcasts now is that we can have these conversations that just is an open door.
Yeah.
To anything, you know what I mean? But I wanted to touch back on your music stuff because we got a little bit off track there. But that's beautiful. That's cool.
Yeah.
Back on your music stuff. Where do you like, other than performing on that OneLove stage? What do you see for the future of Bradamon?
I just see us. I don't see it coming very lightly, but I do see our music being able to send good messages out. That's all it is for me. Is just as long as somebody can, how do you say it, resonate with what I'm talking about, or even have been through what I'm talking about, and it impacts them in a positive way. That's the path I want Bradamon to go down. You know. But in the future wise, I'd love to see us gigging a lot more on those big stages. OneLove, I can finally tick off. So our next goal is to target that American Hawaii kind of scene. I'm not saying that Hawaii is America.
Yeah.
I know the division between America and Hawaii.
It's completely different. They're Polynesians.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah. So Hawaii is my ultimate goal to get to play, but it's to play to people that know our stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I have to put in the mahi
to get out there.
Even go there. Yeah.
Because I think that Hawaiians, like, you know, they do love our sound. You know, you see it with when Catch a Fire, when Sons of Zion, when those sort of ones, when they go over to Hawaii, House of Shem, all of them,
pumping.
Bro, they pump, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
they
love
everybody
it.
knows their stuff too, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Do you think that there's like a, like because of, I don't know, our culture and stuff like that, it's harder to get support from our own?
Yeah, definitely. 100%, bro. I'm always saying that to myself. And it's like they say, you know, our own people are our worst critics.
And that's true. That's true with anything. Yeah.
I know. I just feel like us Maori over here, like, well, I don't feel like I have to, but some feel like we have to prove to the Maori back home, which sucks. You know, I like doing this moko and that, like I've had a few comments say to me like, you're only over there making money for the Maoris that live over there, doing their Tamokos over there. Like, no, I'm over here because I'm that connection from home.
Yeah.
That can.
You're that vessel way to be able
I can give them their moko done correctly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas they got.
I guess it comes back to the thing we we're talking about how you don't have to. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody.
Yeah.
But but it's unfortunate that it's those ones that are closer to home, the ones that are our people that have the most to say, that have the worst whakaaro on us.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the culture of, you know, be humble. You know, you're only meant to go as far, and that you know those sort of mindsets come from colonization. You know what I mean? Like we're meant to like whakaiti, you know, like you're meant to be humble. You know, like them. And it's like, nah, we're proud people. We're meant to be proud people. Don't try and drag each other down, tall poppy, all of that. You know, it's fucking, it's
we're
sad,
all one, bro. You know,
and we're all one.
This thing I have on my face, I carry my culture everywhere. So I have to make sure whatever I'm doing is not putting a negative impact on our culture.
Yeah.
You know, I could be out roaming the streets straight away. They're like, Maoris.
Yeah, it's synonymous with that sort
Yeah,
of a,
so
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I'm
They make that
committed,
correlation.
you know,
Yeah.
like for myself, I've committed to my culture.
Well, that's
but
the ultimate commitment,
yeah.
isn't it?
I
You
know,
know, like
see,
you
pretty
wear it
much.
on your sleeve,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like
So I think with music, it's harder for me to get I don't know how do you say it, support from our own culture. I get more support from Hawaii than in our own culture for our Bradamon.
Yeah.
Which I'd love to change.
But you know what the crazy thing is though, is as soon as you fellas blow up, like, you know, as soon as you get pumping, oh, that's the cuzzy from back home, hey. Straight away jumping on the I fucking supported you since day one, my cuz. Supported you always, my cuz. Hey.
Like another one is we got our own show coming up. And I'm going raw on this.
I love it. Go.
We got our own show coming up on the 28th of October, which is 3 weeks away. Then can you put the link here? Like, click the link so they can buy tickets.
We'll check it in the description.
Anyway,
we'll check the tickets in the description.
Like, bro, we can't even sell that. But like, you know, if everybody gets told that we're playing at a show, we're always getting hit up.
Yeah,
no, bro, go buy our $15 ticket.
Yeah.
And just support us this one time. You
Yeah,
know? Like,
yeah. And I think we spoke about this the last time I caught up with you, is that everyone's always looking for a handout at the start, eh?
Yeah.
It's like this is when we're meant to be like toe-talking the most. Like you're meant to be giving the most toe-talk when you're in those beginning baby steps.
Yeah,
eras. Not when you've just made a little bit of notoriety. Oh, I could already guarantee that knowing that you're performing at OneLove, people are gonna, your whānau, you know, friends gonna be like, got any tickets to OneLove, you know, straight away. Then that's just, I don't know what where the mindset comes from of that, but we'll go happily go and buy $200 Jordans. You know, from a superstar they have never met in their life. They don't have any
like
connection with them.
You want to go see Ice Cube, you pay $500.
Oh, for sure.
But you're like, just say your cousin, just say you're my cousin, and you got a show on this date, and you're about to blow up. Nah, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and I'm your cousin. Like, you should just give me a ticket anyway.
I think I'm in the mindset of like, any of my bros or anything, have a ticket or have this or have that. I'm always willing to pay my way if it's gonna be able to support that person. You know, unless you have friends like we used to do little collabs and all that. I love a trade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, no, because it's benefiting both parties.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
As
it's
long
not
as
just
both are happy.
handouts. Yeah.
So
I think I think until you get into a position where you know, like you are, where you do have opportunities to perform at places that people want to go and see.
Yeah.
You know, like I lost my chain of thought completely.
I did too, and then you carried on.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, G. You fucking hell. What were you talking about? Gee, I've never done this before.
Bro, I forgot. That's when you carried it on. I thought you were gonna re-spark it.
Yes. No, I think we're talking about now. This is me now.
How did we end up to my gig?
No, but like the ticket sales, the thing is that unless you're, this is what I was gonna say. Fucking hell. Unless you're in a position where you are that person that people want tickets off, you don't realize, you don't like you're not in that mindset. You just think, oh, they've made it. Help us out, like, you know, you don't think, oh, maybe if I help them, because by the time when you're starting to get to a point where you're selling out arenas or you're headlining OneLove, then you can give the tickets out. Then everyone can get a ticket because there's 30,000 people. You know, when you go and you're doing venues that are 200 people, and you know, and 100 people on tickets, fuck, you know, like you got to support, you got to nurture and sort of blossom the seed before fucking you start swinging on the branches. You know.
Because the music
fuck,
industry.
That was a bar. Fuck, I spit bars, G. I spit bars, bro.
Go rap it. Nah. But like, you know, the music industry is hard to make money off, you know, unless you're gigging.
Well, a lot of the most popular bands in Aotearoa, unless you're 660 or LAB, that most of them have normal jobs. They're all working other jobs and stuff like that. They're not. That's not their full-time job.
Like me being in this position of how hard I mahi in regards to music, and I know they've mahi, you know, 20 years doing it. It sucks to see that, you know. Like I wish they'd have come, like the industry had to come up with a way where, you know, you get back what you put in. You know, you don't get back shit.
yeah, well, like you said, I guess only gigging and
Yeah.
merch and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Merch,
Eh? That'll probably be the only way that you're. And even gigs too is like, fuck, you have to be doing heaps of gigs
Oh, yeah.
to make it like a living off it, eh?
Yeah. Especially with band members, bro. Like, they have because we have a 8-piece band. Like, that's expensive in itself, to pay the members.
Yeah.
My whole goal, like when it comes to the band, is making sure they're paid.
Yeah.
Like me and the Bro D, we haven't been paid we've been going for 2 years now, and we've put in
More than
like, the way I see it is we've put in to our future. So
it's an investment, eh?
Yeah, it is. I don't see it in a way of, I'm not going to get their money back that we've put in. I see the bigger picture. I'm like, when we do finally crack it, that's when the money comes in. So for me, money ain't shit when it comes to music, Bradamon Band. As long as the people that are helping me out on my journey, which is the band members, as long as they're looked after, that's mine and the
That's
main
the
focus, because
main
we know it's
important.
coming, and when it comes, we'll be able to sit back on a beach in Hawaii,
Yeah.
ride a track, and
Yeah.
just be like, this is what we did it for,
Yeah. Sorry, Ad.
What?
noise is going on over here? Some keels in this fucking place, bro.
Yeah,
Fucking hell, it's the puka puka, eh?
Yeah.
Fuck, this is. Nah, I'm not going to say I'm not going to go on the
Okay,
bed.
say that.
Bro,
Go grab it out and put it in.
No, I'm not going to. That's tapu, that is that.
Bro,
There's some voodoo fucking puka puka over there in the drawer. And I've had fucking weird vibes ever since I got here.
What's the name of it?
You should know, it's your book. Yeah. That's so mean, huh? So mean, G. Just wanted to touch quickly as well on your mataora, your journey of going and, what was the thought process behind that? And like what was the turning point where you were like, okay, I'm ready?
So
Fuck, that was hilarious. So geez.
hey, I need a drink.
Yeah.
I'm a bit parched.
A bit parched.
But nah, it comes from feeling, bro. And I've felt it for a long time, even when I was younger. Always, even when moko, mataora wasn't rolling around much. When you saw it, like, so yeah, I had this feeling, but it just got worse and worse. You know how you like have like gut feelings on things that get really bad? It's like that. And I felt like every time I glanced in the mirror, like I saw something on my face. And it's got to the point where I was like, I need to seek some information. So I reached out to Haley the medium. If you don't know who she is, she does readings on people. She's from back home. Beautiful lady. I reached out to her, and on my way there, I was just having a kōrero to myself. Just, I'm only coming here for one purpose. I want to know whether I'm worthy of it. Which I knew I was, but I just wanted clarification from, our people above. And then as soon as I walked in the door, boom, she reckons it was so much people that turned up with me. And then my grandparents all came forward saying, I earned it the day I become a father to my stepdaughter. I was only 19 years old, so I had to make I had to make a decision with myself whether I'm ready to grow up as a man, take on my wife and her daughter. So that from that moment, I decided in my head, I'm ready.
And one thing I wanted to touch about as well is you say the sentence worthy. Hey, Whakaaro, what's your thoughts on being like worthiness of moko? Because I know there's a lot of kōrero at the moment. There's two sides. You're worthy because of birthright, or you need to do certain things. You need to have, you need to have enough Maori points, to be able to deserve it.
I think
sorry, just to not to cut you off, but just to if you look back to like the whakapapa of moko and where it derives from and stuff like that, there's mataora, he made us worthy, he made us worthy because of the sacrifices, or not a sacrifice, but what he, that kōrero, so.
Well, I think it comes down to whatever journey you're going through in your life, because there's stages when it comes to mataora, so birthright is
Fucking Kiwis again,
They
double.
don't want us to put it on.
They don't want us to talk about it here.
But yeah, there's stages when it comes to your matora, and it depends on what journey you are in or part of in your life at the moment. You can kind of go back and realize what you're really worthy of in regards. We're all worthy of it. Don't get me wrong, but it's to a certain point. Some people know how to speak fluently Maori, so that's another level up in regards to getting your matora as well.
So do you think that you have to speak te reo Māori fluently to be able to acquire matora?
Nah. No way.
That's all I wanted to know. Like, I wanted to see what your, what your...
That's just a different stage of having your matora.
I think if we swap the word worthy and ready...
Yeah.
Hey, like, instead of being worthy, like, maybe you've gone through all these challenges, you're ready now. As opposed to you're worthy now.
Yeah.
I think if you change the linguistics...
I think mine was more worthy for myself because I wasn't planning on doing mataora as a mahi. Like that wasn't my goal. I never visioned myself to give someone a mataora. But in order for me to do that, I had to know, and I wanted to wear before I did it. So for me to be worthy of it, that's why I seek the information on that road of me getting it. But yeah, like you said, it's ready. It's more like when you're ready, how to tell, and you just get eaten, bro. Get eaten with all of these gut feelings. It's a yuck feeling until you get it.
So when you did get it, so the day that you got it, leading up to that, like you were saying, you were feeling physically like ill in a sense. And did it feel like once you got it, like it just washed, there was this overwhelming wash that came over you and just took away all that bad wairua, that hara?
That feeling left once I got clarification.
Oh, I see.
That I was worthy of ready. I was ready. As soon as I left Haley's, I rang Jacob. I was like, that's us a couple months, G. And he was like, oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. So that day was different. That was more like, because we decided to fast. Me and the bro did a 24-hour fast. It was actually longer. Just so that we could be really raw in regards to feeling the wairua around us. And it felt like I was watching from above. That's why everyone's like, was it sore? I don't know. I felt like I was watching the process. But yeah, that day.
Like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, it's weird. Like,
I know exactly what you mean because I had the exact same thing when I got my
poodle. Yeah.
Done, like I had I knew, like, I was in the same position as you. I just knew it was ready. Wanted it all my life. Always wanted it. But yeah, when it came. It was the right time and place because it is a life force.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's a life force.
Well, the journey you got to go
I don't think you pick it; it picks you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like what the bro said. If you don't know your whakapapa, just remember your whakapapa knows you.
Yeah.
Same with more.
Yeah. That's it.
So yeah, that was my journey on it. Like,
and like everyone's journey is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everyone's gonna be different. Maybe they got it without really being ready to themselves, and then learned later on, and then it was still all good. You know?
That's how I see it. Like a lot of people say, "Oh, you're too young." I'm like, I want my matora to grow with me. I don't want to get old, and not be able to show my matora the world or what I can do for the world. For my people. Just like I'd rather it be with me on the journey rather than I do all of the stuff and then get old, weird for a year or so, and then come up there. Nah, I'm not.
Yeah, I get what you're saying too.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, and like, because we look at it like a life force, like it's a third person.
Yeah,
like we look at it in third person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
like I feel maybe you might be the same, but I definitely look at my strength sometimes.
Same
like
thing,
you caught it all to it. Like it's an actual living thing. The wairua, you can feel it. Within yourself. That for me anyway. Like people might be different. People might be like, that's not even what it is at all. But like I said, it's your own journey and it's your own life. Like that's the way you're gonna interpret things differently. And that's Kate Poi. That, like as long as you're true within yourself, no one can tell you any different.
And like your matora like helps you out too, big time, to make better decisions in whatever you're doing with your life. Like if I'm going through a rough patch, or like even if there was a point where I was really angry with someone and I wanted to give them a hiding, I'd look in the mirror and that'll give me clarification there. So every time I look in the mirror, it reminds me that I'm a good person and I'm gonna be doing good things.
Well, that's what it represents.
Yeah.
Like that's what the kōrero, the pūrako about Mataora and how he got it was because he reformed himself into being a better man for his wife and stuff like that. So that when they gave him those markings, they said, you're going to bear this to show everyone that you're a person of rarohinga, someone of the spiritual land that are like holy in a way, or like from heaven, like, you know, like you're and you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, that's awesome, G. That's awesome. Bro, how long have we been talking now? Hour, eh? That's mean. Bro, did I feel like it's only been like 20 minutes?
This has
been a mean kōrero. This has been a mean kōrero. Just to close out, just want to, you know, what more do you got going on other than obviously OneLove? You're just going to keep pumping out the Bradamon. What about for your moko? Do you see yourself jumping off the tools soon? Do you want to sort of move towards pursuing music and sort of let go of the moko side?
I'd love to not let go of moko, but I think for me,
I think you never really let go of it. But like that was bad wording on my behalf. I mean, would you sort of stop doing it as full time?
I don't think I'd stop doing it, but I think like the perfect world for me would be able to travel, do music, but also be able to help out on this end in Aussie and in regards to Mataora and Kauai, even Puhoro. Those three would be my main things. I'd love to just, you know, have a Puhoro 1 week, and then the next week have a Kauai. The next week, like just to keep, you know, I know they get all the artists back home are always doing Mataora, Kauai. And if I could keep that going over here, that'd be a perfect world for me. So I'd never let it go unless I got a bit blinder. And my mahi was
like getting carpet tunnel or something.
And my mahi wasn't looking crispy. I think I'll be like, nah, I'm handling it. But in regards to the shop, we are looking at hiring more people.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, so
we'll check in your email. People can send you their CVs.
Yeah, so I'm looking at
if you want to relocate to the Gold Coast at Te Whānau and you are up and coming moko artist or tattoo artist in general, and not even up and coming if you're an established one. There's a place here for you at Generation Inc. No mai haere mai. The email address is going to be in the description. Please send your emails or your CVs through. Fuck, bro, I should be. I just got to pay that there, brother.
Can we just upload that as a post?
Like a short.
But nah, we're just I'm looking at rebuilding the team. I've currently got one artist with me at the moment, which is cool for me because I'd love to bring a lot more moko. Not moko and not just moko, but I think culture. I'd like to bring more culture. This is why we started Generation Inc. was so there was a place for all our cultures to come and blend, mix ideas, collab, have fun together. But so that's why I'm rebuilding the team. So I've got a few bays here, whānau. If you know anybody. My only rule is no rule. There is a rule.
What's the rules, yeah? What's the rules?
I'd love it if you had your license.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That way things can get done quicker.
Yeah.
So if you got your license, pop me a message.
So like you need a tattooing license?
Tattooing license.
Is it normal? Like, is that normal? Do they have them back home?
Nah.
Oh, so I was thinking, I was like, fuck, that's the first I've ever heard
over here. They really...
I thought you meant so they could drive to Mahi. I thought you meant like driver's license.
No, I don't care about that. It doesn't benefit me now.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
But if you got your tattoo license,
Is it easy to get though? Like for even if someone wants to relocate here and they're like, fuck, there could be an opportunity and they're mean as. Is it easy to get their tattooing license?
The course is hard. It's about a 3-month course. I think it's hard because it has nothing to do with tattooing. Like it teaches you, like it does.
Is it
teach
more like
you
sanitizing?
Yeah. But like it's not based around a tattoo studio. It's about like foot fungus, toe fungus, like all that shit. Like, So what you do is I might as well tell you now.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Now you get
the pro doesn't even have his license. The pro doesn't even have his license. This is all fucking hearsay. He's just trying to make it look good to the just in case the government's watching, Just in case the government's watching. Make sure you have your license. I think that you need to.
Oh fuck! But now you get your infection control, which takes 3 months, and then you got to go to fair trading. They do a background check on you. If you're from New Zealand, they do one from New Zealand, and then one from Australia. You got to do a fingerprint, and you got to apply for your license.
Oh yeah,
and that's the whole process. So it's about a 4-month process. So yeah,
but you'll let them do the maneuvers, eh?
Maybe.
Yeah. You'll let
if
them
your
do
mahi is Mickey, if your mahi is too Mickey, I'll even do the course for you.
We'll print you out a ticket, eh?
I'll give you a big bay.
Well, so what happens there? Like, so if you don't have your license, is it like OSH back home? Like OSH is like when they come in and they see if your health and safety is up to standards.
Yeah, so that's a council. So that's the council thing. So what they do is they come through, I'd say maybe 5 times a year.
Oh,
so
true.
Only supposed to be once a year. But that's only like if they build up a trust with you, then it'll only be once a year. But for if you're just starting out, then they come on a regular to make sure you're doing everything correct. They check all the inks, needles, expiry dates, and they check to see if your artists are licensed because they have to be advertised up on the wall.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so
because I've seen some of those. Yeah. I get what you mean, like that thing there. Is that it?
Yeah. So that's our beauty license.
Oh, I see.
If they were to come through, they would know straight away. Yep, she's licensed. Check the date
because
it's like a car, bro. You have to renew it every year.
Oh, true.
Or you do 3 years. Whereas for me,
it's them just trying to maneuver some extra coin. Really, like how different does it change in a year? You know, like how different is the health and safety standards? Like,
because my one is an operator's license. So if I'm not here with my license, nobody can operate.
Oh, no one. So you have to be here all the time.
No, not like physically here, but my license has to be
here. Yeah.
So those are the 2 different licenses. But we are looking for artists, whānau. If you're in the GC, they might hide and might pop me a message.
Yes, solid. So where can people find you on socials and stuff like that?
I've got a Facebook, Instagram account for Tamoko by Reece. And we've got a Bradamon one, Facebook, and Instagram as well.
Bradamon.
Just
like here, look.
Yeah, Bradamon.
Yeah, Bradamon. Just before we close out, like we could talk for ages. I definitely want to get you back on when you're like up there.
Yeah.
No. Try and get some of your clout. No. Just remember, I was the first one to do a podcast with you, brother. Nah. Honestly, I just want to say how grateful I am to have you on the podcast and allowing us to share your space here, bro. I really appreciate that, eh? And we love the Aotearoa as well and everything you stand for and you continue to do with your mahi and stuff like that. I just wanted to ask on the outro, like I've got an intro song, but I don't have an outro song. Would you be keen to do me an outro song?
If the break and play one, then I can maybe sing along to it.
Not right now, but like, could you just whip a little jingle up? But only have to be like 20 seconds.
I like to sing something.
Not right now. No. Like just go back to your studio and just if you get even bit of extra time, just make a little.
You want an actual outro?
Outro song, yeah. If that's all good, because I've got DJ Spell does my intro, and like because it says "Welcome back to Yarns with Trexx," and then at the end you could be like, see you later. It's time for us to go. Like it's like
let me reggae that up.
Yeah. Could you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, brother. I appreciate. I think I just put you on the spot. You're not gonna do that because you know what? When I first moved over here, this fella reckons he was gonna do me a boiler. You knew I was going to bring that up. Bro, this fella's I've lived here a year and 2 months now. He keeps going on about this boil up he's going to do for me. But I still haven't seen the boil up, mate.
Fuck. It's coming. But now, watch this. This is at the end of this clip.
You're going to do the outro. It'll be there. Because
Yeah.
this probably won't drop for another 2 weeks. So
I'll have it done,
Yeah, you mean? Actually,
I'll have it done next
couple of days.
3 days.
Yeah, fuck, I love you. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for your time. And fucking too much. Keep doing what you're doing, bro, because I love the music. I was telling you, me and Mumsy were big fans of Bradamon. And fucking can't wait to see what's in store for you fellas in the future, for you as a man, as a artist, and see how you grow. So I'll definitely have you back on if you'll be willing. You might be too flash for us by then. But
I'll always be willing.
But much love anyway, my brother.
Thanks for having me, my bro.
Solid. See you later.
That was time to hear.
Thank y'all for watching along the way. Brother Trexx one says have a nice day. See you on the next episode.